Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? We are here with another episode of This Week in Wrestling. This is episode Uno Dos Tres. Matter of fact, we can say this episode Uno Dos Tres, yeah. Because the
Something like
first,
that.
we could say episode three. Forgot to put it in the title. This is episode three of This Week in Wrestling. As you can see in the thumbnails, you have the Call of Duty Rhea Ripley. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna have Hulk Hogan and Hulk Hogan. And matter of fact, let me put out a disclaimer. Let me put out a very serious disclaimer. This might be the only time where this show gets political, like at any means, because I don't believe in mixing wrestling and politics. But I got to bring something to y'all attention that requires me quote mingling in wrestling and politics. So that's why we're gonna talk about what those initials mean in a second. So the topics for this evening we got Rhea Ripley. We got Rhea Ripley in Call of Duty form. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about Jacob Fatu, the Aura Machine. We're gonna talk about my problem with the Bloodline, and we're gonna talk about the young lady in the thumbnail, Essence Janae. So we're gonna talk about all that, and we got some other topics we're gonna cover as well too. So welcome to another edition of This Week in Wrestling. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, get a membership, do whatever you got to do. We drop these every Saturday or Sunday. So let's begin. We're gonna start with a little news out the video game WWE front. So starting season 5, WWE has announced a collaboration with Call of Duty. So coming into the store, we have Cody Rhodes. We got Cody Rhodes. We got Rey Mysterio, and we got Rhea Ripley. All of them getting bundles, and the way that and they're gonna have a WWE themed event too to go inside with the release of that bundle. So for all my people who play Call of Duty, I'm starting to phase out Call of Duty anyway because Call of Duty became the land of cheating individuals and trash individuals who don't know how to play the game legitly. But for all y'all who like those type of collabs, y'all tell me what y'all think about those collabs, man. Tell me, Brandon, what you think about Call of Duty's upcoming collab with WWE?
I literally called it before it happened. I remember yo, they collab with soccer before. They
Yeah,
collab with M.A.W.A. And now we got WWE, baby. It's about time. Put some
so yeah,
respect.
'cause I ain't gonna lie, stickler as I am as a yeah, I'm going to get that Cody Rhodes bundle. So I'm not gonna lie, going to get that Cody Rhodes bundle or that Rhea Ripley bundle. I have not, in fact, not the Rhea Ripley bundle because I'm sorely against playing with women characters, but no, another story for another day. So I feel like it's a good collaboration. I feel like it's a money grab at the end of the day too, because they know people is slowly phasing the game out due to college football 2025, due to Madden 25 coming out right around the corner, and due to NBA 2K25 coming right around the corner, and the new Call of Duty. So I feel like they're making one last attempt to say, you know what, let's get this money before we try to end the game of the life cycle. I'm not really too pressed on that. Going to get the Cody Rhodes bundle, by the way, though, but I'm not. It's an okay collaboration at the end of the day. So, next topic on the docket: Friday Night SmackDown. Friday Night SmackDown was mid. It was mid for the third week in a row. And I'm gonna give y'all a lot of recap, giving Brandon a recap because he didn't watch it as well. Friday Night SmackDown seen Cody Rhodes come out with this promo. Boom, he talked about Randy Orton. Boom, talked about what Randy Orton meant to him. Then they did a shot to Terrence Crawford in the crowd. Terrence Crawford was in the crowd. If y'all don't know who Terrence Crawford is, they were in Omaha, Nebraska. Terrence Crawford, pound for pound, is the best boxer in the world. So they showed him in the crowd. So he's all right. He got that. We got a typical Cody Rhodes promo. What they do. I love Cody, but yeah. And then A Town Down Under came out. Actually, if you want to be honest, this was a two-part. This was kind of like a two SmackDowns in one, because they're going to Japan overseas So they did the spoiler. They did the tapings for July 26th today, yesterday. So A Town Down Under came out. They tried to jump Cody. Cody gets beat up. Terrence Crawford hands him a chair. Boom. We got that out the way. We established that LA Knight, Logan Paul had a segment. Logan Paul cooked LA Knight. I'm not gonna lie to you. He look you hit him with his own. He hit him with his own little verbiage. All right, cool. We got that out the way.
I
Boom.
seen that.
Yeah, he cooked it. He cooked LA Knight, and that's a rare time since LA Knight been on this road that LA Knight actually got cooked. He said, "Here's the map. Here's the directions. Yeah, let me tell you where I'm gonna stick that. Where your chances of ever being WWE Championship, man. Whatever. Yeah." So he cooked him. So
I'm
we
like,
got.
yeah.
So we cooked him. All right, boom. We seen Jay Gargill and Chelsea Green go at it. Not Jay Cargill, Bianca Belair and Jay and those two go at it. Needed a little bit more time. Chelsea Green is annoying, but she's been super good. Shout out to Chelsea Green and Bianca Belair. Tiffany Stratton and Misha Lynn went at it. Where Bailey distracted the annoying girl Tiffany Stratton.
Tiffy
Bro,
time.
broke up. Yeah, it just made it worse. Bro, it destroyed their money. It just made it worse. She is
Oh
so
yeah, baby.
cringe. Belly destroyed their title and Belly destroyed their money in the bank contract thingy. The broke messed the briefcase up. She got distracted by that. Belly hit Nia Jax with a briefcase across the head,
Pink.
and I'm gonna lose this train of thought. And then Michelin came in and stole the victory. Got past that, and then we seen a promo that this was part of the spoilers for next week. They showed the promo on Instagram of Unholy Alliance, Unholy Fire, whatever that group is called, coming at Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. Boom. All
He
right,
said, he said Earth, Wind, and Fire.
let's get to the let's get to the real part of SmackDown. Yeah, all that was mid. All that was mid and some mid-aroni and
It was
cheese.
midgular, man. Making up a new word.
Yes,
Midgular.
it was
It was
pretty
so mid. It
mid.
was midgular.
It was mid-aroni and cheese. It was mid.
It was
It was
it
mid.
was mid Fredo.
It was mid Fredo. Yes, SmackDown was mid Fredo. Yes, SmackDown was mid. Sorry, like it was mid.
It was
So we get to the
it was
bloodline. We
mid
get
knees, but mid
what it needs. Yes. So we get this Solo Sokola. I can see he's so mid. I called him Sokola. Sokola.
so that's so
Yes.
that's so
Yo, I'm going up the top of the dome. I apologize too for my slip ups. I'm going up the top of the dome. Solo Sokola.
soda, Sokola, but yeah, you need a soda. You need a soda in your life, man. You good?
Solo Sokola, but all right. So he cuts a promo talking about like dude is so cringe worthy, like so cringe. We
Yo,
don't believe you as the we don't believe you as the tribal chief. He's so cringe. Whoever it's so good when you're on the island of relevancy. Whoever teams up with Cody Rhodes disrespects me by going up like
sound
bro,
like
we
you're
don't.
giving it. You sound like you're giving a bad sermon on Sunday.
Yeah, yeah, yes, yes, and then yes, yeah. So he cuts that like the promo was hideous. Then the aura machine, Jacob Fatu, is in the back looking like one of those anime characters. Handed him the lo-fi to put around his neck. So let's get to the next part. So we find out they saying mystery partner all night. Oh my goodness. Cody needs to get a partner by the end of the night. Cody's gonna have a mystery partner. So Jimmy
It's
Uso is
me.
trend Jimmy Uso is trending all night. We like, yay! Jimmy Uso's gonna be back. Oh my goodness, whoop de doo! Jimmy Uso's gonna be back. So much to the surprise, Kevin Owens. We like, Why say Kevin? Why say a mystery partner and it's just gonna be Kevin Owens?
He never left me.
Yeah. So shout out to Kevin Owens' mom. I'm glad Kevin Owens' mom. Wrestling aside, Kevin Owens' mom was very sick in the hospital. Glad Kevin Owens' mom feels a lot better now. Prayers go up for her continued healing. Shout out to Mrs. Steen for her continued healing. So, but we had to say they had to give a serious, serious notion for a second. Yeah, Kevin Owens' mom was in the hospital. Prayers up for her. I'm glad she's feeling better. So they go out there, boom. They had the tag match, A Town Down Under versus Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. They beat A Town Down Under clean. Then here comes Solo's music. Boom. They started fighting. Kevin Owens and them gets the best of them at first. Then out of nowhere, the the Samoan Night Werewolf Jacob Fatu comes in. That's what he do. Yeah, and then he had something in the corner when he was beating up Kevin Owens. He was like, "Yo, you disrespect my tribal chief, the man that does everything for this family. Is you crazy?" I said, "Yo, Jacob Fatu is amazing." So he destroys Kevin Owens. He destroys Kevin Owens with the hip attack. Kevin Owens is asleep. Then they pick Cody through the table for the third week in a row. Last week it was Randy. Now it's Cody. Third mid ended in a row. SmackDown in a nutshell was mid. And see, my problem with this, and they just signed Tonga Loa's brother, the 6'8" dude. I forgot his name. He's like a 6'8" giant type of
I
a
saw
dude.
that.
My problem with the bloodline storyline and Brandon, at I gave a recap, and I'm gonna just say this: it's starting to get watered down. Like, what you think about the bloodline
Bro,
storyline
I feel like,
in
bro,
three mid endings in a row?
soon, bro, they're signing everybody in that family. Soon they're gonna be signing grandmothers. They're gonna be signing kids that even ain't even born yet. They're gonna be signing infants. Like, bro, how many people from that family can you possibly fit on the WWE roster? It's insane, bro. They probably make up like 60% of the roster.
They
Not
probably
literally, but
they probably
I
do
mean, there's
make
a lot of them, bro. There's a lot of them.
it is a lot of them. They probably do make about like 60% of the roster up. Like,
I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of. I feel like they're starting to reach a little bit, and like, I don't know. Honestly, like they need to kind of speed it up because I feel like they're losing people. This is
yeah,
my
I kind of feel like, all right, cool. All right, with SmackDown next week is going to be a taping, or going to be the taped episode. The next week we're going to see, well, like, summer. In order for me to be convinced, the execution of Roman coming back at SummerSlam has to be great. If Roman, in the rare case that Roman doesn't come back at SummerSlam, you might lose the people altogether. So now Roman has to come back at SummerSlam. Jimmy has to come back the SmackDown before SummerSlam or SummerSlam.
the problem
Because you
is
going
that CM, Seth, and Drew is way more fascinating than anything going on right now.
no if Roman comes
If
back,
Roman comes back, it's a big deal.
if Roman comes back, that it overshadows Roman. It overshadows the big. It overshadows everything. And Roman becomes the biggest face on the planet. He becomes bigger than Cody. You might have to consider putting the title back on Roman as a face. So they gotta limit amount of time to try to captivate the people again. Because a lot of time people be like, let Triple H cook. Oh my goodness, let Triple H cook. Triple H has an idea. Let him cook. Let Triple H cook. Yes, we seen Triple H has been knocking home runs out the park. But if we see another Tonga brother added into the scenario on Solo's team, this story can get pretty. It's on the verge of being Mitaroni and cheese, but it's about to get even midder. If that happens, if we add the 6'8" giant dude to Solo's team, and we just have the Usos, Sami Zayn, like, bruh, we gotta like put some seasoning on this story. Like Roman is the seasoning on that story.
Need some oregano and some sesame. And
Yeah, it needs something because like Roman gonna make the difference all in this story. and I feel in the
You know,
bloodline.
doing it solo, baby.
s-
Put some
So
Topo on it.
Solo, and right now Solo's not a believable character right now. I'm
No,
sorry,
no, he gotta lose. He gotta lose the power, bro. He's not
he's not.
convincing at
J-
all.
Jacob Fatu is the only convincing one in the bloodline right now. Jacob Fatu is literally in 2 years after this whole bloodline saga is over, Jacob Fatu is going to be a champion. So it's going to be a champion. You're going to have to put the belt on Jacob Fatu. Yeah, so like that's how I feel about the bloodline storyline in a nutshell. And to go back a little bit and to talk a little bit about Rhea Ripley and I got a suggestion. We going back to that real Rhea Ripley. We talked about the Call of Duty Rhea Ripley. Have you ever noticed like the Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio? Everybody, I just never thought about this, but they kind of like pointed this out to me. That's a real crazy type of a storyline. The fact that we don't talk about it enough, but she kind of manipulate. It's like a story of manipulation and like kind of like control. It's like, yeah, you seen when she gave Dominic the role, she was like, I don't belong to anybody, your minds. And you seen Rhea Ripley kind of manipulate the character change to Dominic Mysterio. Rhea Ripley not really a good person, kayfabe wise, in this story. This storyline, Rhea Ripley's not a good person, but we overlook it because Dominic is actually the victim. And Liv Morgan is actually treating Dominic a little better than how Rhea Ripley is, to be honest. To be all the way honest. What you think, Brandon?
Yeah, you're not wrong. It's weird to like to think about like not like mental health esque things in a world of things are obviously not real. But if you want to put it in that lens, and yeah, you're correct.
Like, it's the story. It's basically the story of you feel like the girl you like, the girl you like versus the girl that's actually giving you love. Like it's the story of that. It's a story like say like you want the high school, you go after the most popular girl in high school, and then she laughing at you. She was like,
Said
well,
no.
no, no,
Yo,
and then
you was at the ATM and she looked you up and down and shook her head and
she got to a point, and pretty much and then she got to a point when she talked to a girl, she said, you know what, I'm gonna have him do anything I want him to do for me. I'm gonna have him wrapped around my finger. And then it's the girl that actually come along, that's your best friend, that actually like you, but you too busy stuck on the girl that's controlling you. So like and I say this to say that I can see at SummerSlam we're gonna talk about SummerSlam too. We got Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan for the title. I can see Dom actually costing her the title as a
oh, that's
way of
definitely
breaking the abuse. If that happens, if Damian Priest loses and Dom costs her the title, I could see Dom and Rhea getting kicked out of Judgment Day, and bam, you make Rhea the biggest babyface woman on the roster. I can actually see that happening. Can you see that happening, Brandon?
oh, absolutely. I think that's how it's gonna happen.
I think that's how I really think that's how that's going to happen so far. I think that's really going how that's going to happen, and I really think that she got like Rhea going to get her karma, but her karma is going to lead to the big one of the biggest face turns ever. I really do think so. So and with that being
It's
said
gonna be a
too,
fascinating development.
it's going to be a fascinating development. It is. With that being said, we opening up the SummerSlam preview. So SummerSlam is still around the corner, and we still got some matches to be finalized. But as a whole, Brandon, what you think about the SummerSlam card so far?
I'm looking forward to Priest and Gunter. That's my favorite match on the. I like the way I like their chemistry, and I like how they're. I don't know if you. I was reading about it. The homie Gunt. He was using some real life stuff in the promos um, for their matchups coming up. Sorry, I just got
Yeah,
text.
I read about that. Yeah.
Um, Otherwise, I'm hoping that CM is cleared to actually wrestle by SummerSlam
Oh, yeah.
because he's kind of like up in the air still now.
That's kind of tricky too. What I read is too, if his if it comes in question a little bit, they Seth Rollins doesn't like have a plan for SummerSlam. I read they don't have nothing for some Seth Rollins, but I also read that Seth Rollins might be adding into the Drew McIntyre and CM Punk as a contingency plan. Like even if the CM Punk is like 80 gets clear, but he's only like 80%, you could kind of use Seth Rollins to protect the finish a little bit.
Yeah,
So
that
I
is.
I, I read I read it. I read it. That's what I read about a little bit. So
The match I'm
he,
not, I'm not looking for, dude. Solo doesn't even deserve a championship match. My boy's trash, bro. I don't even. I never seen anybody get more of a gift of a push.
but yeah, I agree with you. But yeah, I say kind of think about the bigger picture. Trying to think about the bigger
It's only
picture
temporary. It's only temporary.
because we get to see Roman. We get to see Roman come back, and then we see another layer. We see another layer. The last saga, like what I want them to do at Survivor Series is do kind of like do a last saga, Bloodline, the final chapter, the Bloodline, and do it like that. Roman's team against their team, the Roman's team against Solo's team, and whoever wins, boom, gets final superiority in the Bloodline saga like that. Because after that, it's pretty much done and over with. Like we don't want to pass going into the new year. We don't want to see no more Bloodline. We don't want to see no more bloodline going into the new year. We need to start focusing on where start developing the Rock and Roman Reigns match. All right, we got John Cena coming into the fold for his farewell tour. We don't want to see this past Survivor Series. Triple H, if you're listening to me, do not drag this story out to add the Tangaloa's brother, the tall dude. No, I apologize for slaughtering his name. Don't drag this out anymore. Don't drag this out. Please don't.
Could you see Nia Jax taking the belt off Bailey? I don't think it's gonna happen, but it'd be cool to see.
Yeah, I could see Nia Jax. I think it's going to happen because, like, since Nia Jax been back, Nia Jax has been phenomenal. So I feel like it's going to happen.
I
It's
was
going.
reading somewhere. If you don't quote me where I was reading, I'd be reading all over the place that they might take the title off Bailey because she didn't really have a good title pursuit. Like she didn't really pursue it. Like they want to have her build up to like pursuing it again.
Yeah, I don't know. Bailey's title pursuit been kind of like, it was good, but the run's been red. I get it. I could kind of understand it in a nutshell. I could kind of understand why they people would feel like that. So I could see Nia Jax taking that off and, and taking that belt off her. Nia Jax has been phenomenal since she returned. Or I could see Tiffany Stratton playing a part
Tiffy
in the
time.
playing a part in it and costing Nia Jax. And like it costing Nia Jax as she like in some way, and then Nia Jax gets the win, and then she cheap shots her and get the belt. So I could see that happening. So I don't. That's one match I believe that they
I feel
do
like it's,
want
I feel like it's still up in the air of who's gonna
Belly. Belly's not gonna. It's up in the air, but Belly's not walking out as the champion. I could bet my house and bet everything I got on there. Belly's not walking out the champion. And then you got let's go. That's running down. Let's run down the SummerSlam card. So you got Braun Breaker and Sami Zayn title changing, yes or no?
absolutely,
Gunther and Damian Priest title changing, yes or no?
absolutely.
So Gunther's gone. So you got two
Yeah,
title
yeah,
changes.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
Cody, Cody and Solo
Nope.
should be still at two. Nia Jackson Bailey.
That's what I'm not sure about. I'm gonna say yes.
So you got three title changes. LA Knight and Logan Paul.
No.
So you got Logan Paul
I
beating
feel
LA
like the
Knight.
thing about Logan Paul is if he loses the belt, what's his direction? Like I don't know where he goes from there.
Logan Paul is a guy that he honestly don't need the belt. He got to say that Logan Paul is like you the way he cut that promo, the way he cut that promo against LA Knight, he don't need the belt. He don't need the belt. So I could see him still doing this thing without the belt. So and and so you got basically three title changes that night. So I gotta say LA Knight's taking one. He's taking the championship. I got one. That Gunther and Damian Priest is tough, yo. That's
Gunther's taking it.
that,
I'm sure.
that's tough. That's tough. That's tough. That's a tough call. Gunther, Damian Priest, Gunther, Damian Priest, Gunther, Damian Priest. That's tough. Um, it's tough. Cause they said they've been impressed with Damian Priest's title reign, but do you want to put the belt on Gunther that early with
They
Drew
say
McIntyre?
Gunther may be the best worker in the company. They say he's got the
I
best.
heard that. I heard that too. I heard that a lot too. I heard a lot of the legends are really solid on Gunther. That's Undertaker's favorite right now. But but how? What's the? My question is, you put the belt on Gunther with Seth Rollins and them lurking around the corners. You got Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, and Cody, and not
Dude, I
Cody.
feel like
See,
the top. I feel like the WWE has a problem because there's so many guys at the top of the card and not enough mid-tier guys.
I I say uh cause it's Gunther, I say yeah. I say all right. We got two title changes for me. I got LA Knight winning one. I'm gonna say Gunther's gonna win another. Bailey's losing that title. I got three title changes. Cody retains, and we got Braun Breaker winning. So we got four title changes. We got the only title that stays the same that we are agreeing as the Wrestling Boys. We're agreeing as the Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa in the match that stand pretty much
Yeah,
staying the same.
they
So
can't.
everybody else,
So they put the title on Solo. I'm done.
yeah. So we pretty much got that staying the same. So that's and remind you, it's more ad matches probably gonna be added to the SummerSlam card. We still gotta wait and see what the Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair situation gonna be because they didn't start planting seeds of that yet. Cause I guess if they don't plant seeds by the taping, like so we already know the results of the taping. I think they're gonna hold that off till either not till WrestleMania. We're gonna hold that off. We're gonna see them you're gonna see them turn one of them turn at WrestleMania because if they didn't start the storyline yet, and we already know the results of the taping for next week, then it's the last. I don't think they're gonna start that storyline the last the last what's the name in the last pay-per-view before the last SmackDown before SummerSlam. I don't think they're gonna start that. That would be too short. We could see one of them turn at SummerSlam. We could see one of them turn at SummerSlam, and then but it'd be pointless to waste a match like that on Survivor Series. No disrespect to Survivor Series, but that's a WrestleMania caliber match. So the card is going to subject to change and whatnot, man. So we're gonna wait and see. We'll do another one of these previews if the card change again with the added matches in there. But we came like the biggest story of it all, like as you can see in the thumbnail, is we got Hulk Hogan. And let's put this disclaimer out here too. And Brandon's gonna be honest with y'all. Brandon's gonna be honest with y'all with this disclaimer too. I I have no like you are entitled, 2024 that this is the only time we probably gonna get political on this show. And we're not gonna go too deep down that rabbit hole because we are like we are rile the YouTube censors up. But Brandon's gonna get honest with y'all for a second. I don't have a problem. Me and Brandon have been friends for about since 2018, going yeah about 6.5 years, going on 7 years. And the reason why I say he's about to be honest with y'all gonna say I don't have a problem on who you vote for as a person. No, like I don't have a problem with that whatsoever. Like if you always agree on something, I don't feel like that's a good formula for life because like the politics is different. I'm an independent type of a politician, like person when it comes to politics. I like to I like to understand point of views and go air point of views and learn them. Talk to the people for a second, Brandon. Be honest.
What do you want me to talk about? What am I
To
supposed
be
to?
honest, well, about this next subject. So, be honest about your political affiliations.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously, I lean a certain way, and I didn't see what was even fully said. I've been playing a lot of basketball recently, but what I can say is that there's reasons why a lot of things should be private, and I don't. I'm not saying that you don't have the right to, because everybody has the right to, support whatever they want to, but like, I don't know, it's a weird look.
It's the so well, the weird look that in questioning Hulk Hogan. Like we know Hulk Hogan probably is the probably one of the most racist human being wrestlers in all of pro wrestling, and yeah, I feel comfortable enough saying that I really don't care about Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan is a racist human being, like really a racist human being. And it's and the young lady in the thumbnail name is Essence Janae. Shout out to Essence Janae. Reached out to her people so we could understand her story. I want her to come on and talk about her story a little bit in depth, so I don't want to misquote nothing. So Essence Janae was hired to do a job for Hulk Hogan's beer company, American Beer or something like that. She said that, oh, boom, she was doing the job, she was promoting, she had pictures with Hulk Hogan, she was promoting everything. And then she got an email suddenly saying that she was let go from the product. And then if you looked at the ad, she asked like, damn, why did I get let go? Why did I get let go like this? And they didn't tell her nothing. They just kept it pushing. And then when you seen the ad for the beer company, she was replaced by these two Caucasian women. And then she was like, and then she just left wondering like, damn, like you just voided my contract for no apparent reason. And then you see this guy Hulk Hogan speak at the RNC. You see this guy speak at the RNC, and you just and it just tells you right then and there, like, damn, is every Republican racist? We not doing that. We not saying that. No, but the timing, like, I'm a person that believes in the coincidence of timing. Hulk Hogan by far doesn't hide the fact that he's a disgusting human being. That he's a trash human being. He's a disgusting human being. He just makes it apparent each and every day. And we try to play this moral police, and we about to go even. We try to go deep. We about to go deep with this, y'all. We play moral police. I like try to go with Chris. Let's talk about CB. We just gonna say that if you're gonna have morals with one situation, let's have morals with another situation. So one did it. So one did something heinous. Yes, one did something heinous as hell. It's a super heinous. We're not going to go into details because we don't want to get in trouble with YouTube or anything. One did CB did some heinous as hell. You Brandon, when you talk about it, you CB too. One did some heinous, but this dude been an open racist for how long? And this young woman, Essence Janae, is another victim of the of his racist acts. You fire the girl because she's black, and you hire her with two Caucasian women, and don't give the girl an explanation on why you fire her. We gotta stop putting Hulk Hogan on this pedestal. Hulk Hogan is a trash human being. And then people, yeah. Well, talk to me, Brandon. What you think? What you think?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of those people. I'm not gonna say a lot of those people, but back in that time, there's probably more people that are his age than you would even think that have the same beliefs in any industry. So it doesn't surprise me. I think that I'm not saying everything's perfect in the world, but I think we've come a long way towards everybody being everybody accepting of everybody else. At least
And
in
and then and then it's like and then it's like I don't want y'all to take this. I don't want y'all to take this as saying that, oh, BMK or whatever you want to call me should break, saying, oh, you have to lean a certain way. No, you don't have to lean a certain way. You be a free thinker. You be a free thinker. You're entitled on what we believe in. What we believe in, we're entitled that, or we know that people have free will to do whatever you want to do. You believe in whatever you want to believe in. Don't let nobody influence you on that. But the thing is, where the stars, with Hulk Hogan, the stars are aligning. This just not a one-time incident with Hulk Hogan. It's not two times with Hulk Hogan. This is three times with Hulk Hogan. And Hulk Hogan and Hulk Hogan is just basically it's just basically that dude. If it walks like a duck, if it talks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, it's a damn duck. Yeah, when we get to the point where we stop praising people, we stop putting people a part of history. Where we start putting people a part of history that don't have their rightful place in history. It's so many like good people inside of wrestling history we need to start paying homage to. That's actually means something. We got Titus O'Neil, we got Bobby Lashley, we got a lot of good people that does a lot. John Cena, one of the greatest people in the world when it comes to just being a humanitarian of wrestling. John Cena, love John Cena as a person. He does a lot. So we got to stop putting these people on pedestals. We got to stop putting like Buddy gets to go to New York City at the Gervais Center and he get to speak. So why does he get that privilege to speak and he's a known racist human being? Why does he get to be a representation of something that's diverse? That's the question you got to ask yourself. And then if you think this story is cat, Essence Janae, it's a whole article in Vibe about it. It's a whole article about Vibe magazine about her losing her job. Like, in what land of freedom and land that we live in that she's supposed to lose her job because of the color of her skin? Wrestling never been about that because there's some great black women that's dominating inside the industry. Shout out to Triple H. Triple H made it. Triple H has been a key component. That's why Triple H, when it's all said and done, y'all might not like this. Triple H might be the greatest wrestling promoter to ever do it because his diversity and his brand, and like with his brand, is at an all-time high. Triple H is a mastermind. We got people like Bianca Belair. We got Jade Cargill. We got Belly. And you say, damn, Belly, you think Belly's a Caucasian woman? No, Belly. If you do your homework on Belly, Belly is, correct me if I'm wrong, she's either Mexican or Puerto Rican. Like Belly is a Latino. Cody Rhodes is a Cuban. Kobe Rhodes is Cuban. And Bobby Lashley is I think Bobby Lashley is up there too with his heritage. You got Selena Vega. But we still giving this man Hulk Hogan reverence, yo. He gets speaking engagements. But he get to treat people like crap, yo. I'm sorry, yo. I'm sorry. It shouldn't never be like that, yo. But it should never be like that in the world where Hulk Hogan still gets the opportunities to go out there and make money. You think Hulk Hogan should be celebrated as a person with a known history like that, Brandon?
uh, what I'll say is, well, he's a great wrestler. It's like I think it's personal preference. I'm not saying I support anything that the man does off the or outside of the ring per se, but a lot of people either a are naive to the facts or they just want to celebrate the man as strictly a wrestler, which I can understand that.
This is when it's that's cool. And M.A.W.A in the initials and entitlement, I forgot to go over that. Is Make America Wrestle Again. Make America Wrestle Again. Shout out to that. Make America Wrestle Again. And the reason why this was so important to us, me in general, is because like, yo, like the way we do business in this world, like Essence Janae, he could have opened up a opportunity where that young lady can work her way into the WWE. Like she might be backstage, she might be a backstage reporter. You could have gave her the look that she might have been a backstage reporter. Would she be back there talking to some of the wrestlers back there? But instead, you don't change your ways. They say, a leopard never changes his spots, yo. So instead, you take this girl's opportunity away from her, and now it's like, bro, you still getting the opportunities. Why are we not sitting up there boycotting Hulk Hogan? Why Hulk Hogan is allowed to speak at Fanatic Fest? So why he allowed to go up there and go to Fanatic Fest and sit and just sign interviews? And let's not forget, since we gonna be honest, y'all not if y'all Hulk Hogan fans, this might not be the one for you. You might need to unsubscribe. You might need to unsubscribe. And let's not forget, didn't Buddy get caught on steroids too? Why he was wrestling? So it's like, yo, bro got a track record of being immorally incorrect, being like morally ambiguous. Like he could have he has a track record of not living up to his moral compass. And then what makes it sick is you try to cover it up now. You say no, I'm a believer. You try to cover it up, and the God we serve don't work like that. In a nutshell, Essence Janae, we love you out here, Essence Janae. Oh, we hope you get the opportunities that you are rightfully earned to you, Essence Janae. We hope that you get many calls from different wrestling companies to do business. We hope you get many more opportunities to go, Essence Janae. Thank you for what you work. If you're not following, I'm gonna try to put her link in the description. If you're not following Essence Janae, go follow her. Go support her, send her love. Keep on supporting her. What she do. She's an influencer. Oh, who's backstage? Oh, all right. Oh, all right. Say less. I'm on to the stage. What up, though?
What up? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfect.
Real quick, before
Uh,
y'all change the subject, man, I just gotta chime in on some of the stuff that y'all was just talking.
Go ahead.
I just
Floor is yours, bro.
wanna chime in real quick on some of the stuff y'all was talking about. Um, Me personally, on what you were saying about the whole Hulk Hogan stuff, bro, like, I get it, what you saying. I understand what you're saying. But me, the way I am, I'll be damned somebody gonna tell me I can't listen to some R. Kelly music because of what he did on his personal life. I'll be damned if somebody tell me I can't like Dennis Rodman because he was a fruitcake on in his personal life. You know what I'm saying? I don't mix the two. You know what I mean? Um, Whatever they do professionally, um, that's what I'm engaged with. I could care less what they do in their personal life, bro. They putting out good content, they putting out good entertainment, and then I'ma listen and I'ma watch. I mean, I get it what you're saying. Like I said, Hulk Hogan being a racist and all that craziness, bro, but I don't care, bro, because he did a lot for wrestling regardless. So I don't care about none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But that's the difference between me and a lot of other people. Um, but I'm not saying you're wrong. I don't care for it. You understand what I'm saying? Like I don't mix the two, man. I love something, then I love something. I'm gonna listen to it, and I'll be damned if anybody tells me differently. And the same thing with watching something. You know what I mean?
That's a and that's a fair point. And where we gotta have an understanding is that Hulk, like much as I have this view on Hulk Hogan, you cannot take out what Hulk Hogan for what he did for the '80s in WWE. Hulk Hogan was the catalyst of the '80s for the WWE. Hulk Hogan was the biggest star,
And the early
arguably.
'90s and the mid '90s. You can't forget what he did. I don't mean to cut you off. You can't forget what he did with NWO and all that stuff. Even though he left WWF and then
It,
went to WCW and whatnot, and then came back to WWE. Like the man did a lot for the industry, man. And at some point, you just got to look at the ethic and his accolades and everything he accomplished in wrestling. If you're a wrestling fan, you know what I'm saying. I don't think you should mix the two. You know what I'm saying. But again, that's my opinion. You know what I mean. Yeah, it's wrong what you're saying. I hate it. I don't like it. I don't like talking about that kind of stuff. But I get what you're saying. I understand 100% because I see it in real life. So I'm not gonna be gullible or naive and saying the stuff don't happen. But there's a lot of people in the industry that are like that. A lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So I
Mhm.
mean,
Ultimate Warrior.
this is something that at some point we should be all used to by now. You know what I mean?
Ultimate.
But
I heard about Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate
Ultimate.
Warrior was certifiably racist.
yeah, yeah.
Ultimate.
No,
And,
and to
and,
be
and
look, and to be honest, bro, like Ultimate Warrior is one of my top 5 favorite wrestlers in all time, bro. You feel me? Regardless of what he was like in real life, bro. The way he used to come in there hyping shit like he was on cocaine 24/7, bro. I was loving that.
Yo, him and the Macho Man, bro. They
Yo,
was
I
so
was loving
coked
that,
out of
bro.
their minds, bro.
You know what I mean? But again, like I'm saying, as a fan, I get tunnel vision because all I'm worrying about is what they doing in the map, bro. You feel me?
yeah. And to say to as his contribution to the reason why I said the 80s, like I said, the 80s is because during the early 80s, kind of in the 90s, it was kind of a mixed bag. You kind of Stone Cold kind of ran the 90s, going into the mid 90s. That the
No,
80s,
he did. But remember, now you separating the two industries because Hulk Hogan had left and went to WCW. But while Stone Cold and The Rock were dominating WWE, um, NWO was they was killing stuff over there in
they
WCW, man.
they was. But I'm before I get back to my point, I might ask you this question: the bigger impact, and this is a good conversation too. The bigger impact in the '90s, Stone Cold or Hulk Hogan with the NWO, or Stone Cold during the Attitude Era? That's an open-ended question, everybody. Let me get
That's
back to my
like
point.
this is too close to judge, bro, because the Attitude Era to me was the best era in wrestling, but the longevity of Hulk Hogan compared to Stone Cold, you feel me?
I
The
could, I,
longevity is crazy, bro, because in the beginning, bro, listen, in the beginning, bro, in the early 80s and stuff, man, you got Hulk Hogan going against Andre the Giant, Mr. T, all of that, bro. And then him being on Rocky, the movie. You know what I'm saying? Him going against, bro, Hulk Hogan went against the best, bro. He went against Macho Man. He went against, Andre Giant. He went against Big Boss Man. He went against everybody, bro. He didn't dodge nobody, bro. You know what I'm saying? He didn't win every fight, but he made it a spectacle, bro. It was beautiful to watch that man wrestle. I ain't gonna lie, bro, in the beginning. But the Attitude Era to me was the most, like, the most, how you call it, how you get engaged in something, bro. It drew
yeah,
you in, bro. The Attitude Era was dope. I can't lie, bro. I'm not taking nothing away from Stone Cold, The Rock, and anybody in the Attitude Era, bro. But what I can't knock what Hulk Hogan did to the industry, bro. I'm sorry, I just can't.
He
yeah.
carried it for a long time.
So I get that aspect. Well, I get that aspect of it. Like, but going on to a deeper aspect of it, like, yo, we talk about CB, and we gonna call him CB out of respect for that situation. Like, if we gonna go on this moral compass, CP, what CP did is dirty. Like, yes, and we look at the CP situation and we understand the damage that he done to himself it caused him to really go crazy. But if we're gonna go on this moral compass, and you might say, Sabri, then one was a crime compared to one being a racist. No, yes, that is true. But at the same time, they're both morally corrupt people. Like, if we're going to take away one from the record books, we take away let's take away the other from the record books. But if we ain't going to do that, just say that we got when it comes to our favorites, we got our favorites that can be pieces of trash but can still be celebrated because what they did for the wrestling culture.
I mean, it's a double-edged sword, and it's, you know what I'm saying. It's a double-edged sword, no matter how you look at it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like at the end of the day, bro, you got people who do care about the personal aspect of everything. And you got people who don't care. So it's like a 50-50 thing. It's a double-edged sword. You know what I mean? Again, like I'm not knocking you, and I'm not saying you wrong. You're not wrong. You point out the obvious. A lot of people know it. It's not just you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people in the world know the situation. You know, the same situation with R. Kelly, same situation with Michael Jackson when he was going through all his stuff. But I'll be damned, bro. Somebody gonna tell me I can't go back and listen to Billie Jean, bro.
Yeah,
Shit.
and see, and that's when I want everybody to understand that. Watch this on playback. Yeah, hell, I'm just see how the homie came up here and said what he gonna do. I'm just an opinion of one man. I'm just the opinion of one man. You could go out here and say your prayers and eat your vitamins and go out there. I ain't gonna be mad at you. I ain't gonna be mad at you.
Yo,
You
you
come
dumb as shit, bro.
yeah, you come down there, you come down there and start doing your little guitar motion when it comes crashing. I'm not gonna be mad at you. Like, yo, you are entitled to do what you gotta do. You got entitled to rock out wherever you want to rock out. Like, just like you came up here and said that, rock out how you ever you want to rock out. But it get to a point like, yo, we, as the IWC, as a member of the IWC, I think we give too many different things passes because we love the wrestler too much, and that's just my personal opinion. For real, that's just my personal opinion on that.
I get what you're saying, bro. But again, I differentiate the entertainment side of it and the personal side of it, bro. That's just me.
Yeah, it's like it's like man, it's like that. That's a good distinct. That's a good like character trait to have. And like that's a good character trait to have for real, for real. It's just like to separate the business aspect from the real aspect
Uh,
of it.
it's like, do you think? I mean, I'm not to change. This is obviously in the baseball. Is Pete Rose a Hall of Famer?
Yeah, Pete Rose is definitely a Hall of Famer.
Is Kurt
It
Schilling a
sucks
Hall
that
of
it
Famer?
sucks that he's not gonna go, but I feel like he should be.
Is Kurt Schilling a Hall of Famer?
I see the correlation you're trying to make. Yeah,
Because he
I see.
absolutely, because he should be, but he's getting held out for other reasons.
Yeah, hand off for that. That's a good point too. And that's a good point too. I think yeah, and it's just it's other baseball players across. Yeah, that's a good
I
point.
mean, you could go across all sports and make these
Yeah,
mentions.
but all
That's a
right,
good point.
rules are rules, bro, and you can't go against the rules, bro. And if the rules were at the time that you can't gamble against baseball, you know what I'm saying, and being a manager or a player or whatever have you, and you broke the rules, and you got to suffer the consequences, bro. That's just point blank. Right is right, wrong is wrong. You know the difference. You know what I'm saying? So it sucks. You know what I'm saying? Because I watched the tail end of Pete Rose's career. You know what I mean? And I was old enough to see him actually on the field. I don't mean to put my age out there, but damn, I'm old. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, bro, you know right from wrong, regardless, bro. You know what I mean? It just sucks. You got caught. Same thing with Mark McGuire and all the steroid era and all that craziness. You know what I'm saying? And when everybody came out there and was telling on everybody, pointing fingers at everybody, you know what I mean? It sucks that you got caught and then you had to take everybody else down with you. You know what I'm saying? You can just, take the rap. Me personally, if that was me, bro, I would have just bit that and I wouldn't have been pointing fingers at nobody.
So
But that's
I
just
think
me.
the real thing that we're getting at here is, where do you draw the line in sports? Do you draw it at, the line of Hall of Fame, right? Is it you
Hmm.
can't make it if you cheat in the game itself, and you differentiate what you did off the field, or is it both?
I like
Because, for
that
instance, like,
question.
That's a great question. That's a great question. That's
because
a great
Pete, I mean,
question.
Pete did both. So Pete did both. Obviously, we're gonna use baseball as an example because they have the most cheaters or whatever. Mark or Sammy, or all those guys, to my knowledge, all they did was cheat on the field. Then you have Kurt Schilling. Kurt Schilling did no such cheating, but off the field, people don't like some of the things that he has to say, and he's being held out. So where do you draw the line?
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's definitely a good question. I don't think he should be accountable for anything he said off the field. You know what I'm saying? But that's just, again, that's me. Like, I'm not the judge who says he can go into the Hall of
Because,
Fame
like, for
and he
instance,
can't. But
is there's a certain wrestler that killed his partner. Is that where you draw the line? I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Nah, keep it like that, Brandon. Don't go too deeper.
No, no, we don't
Yeah,
go
yeah,
deeper.
yeah. We don't want to
Yeah,
get
don't,
too. We
yeah,
don't want to get too.
don't.
We don't
I
want
didn't
to get
mention
too
their names.
political.
We know
No,
who we're talking about. I didn't
yeah,
mention
no,
their
you're
names.
talking about, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but again, it sucks, bro. Because listen. I'm be honest with you. You guys are '90s babies, man. Chances are y'all was born to a R. Kelly song. Real rap.
Oh boy.
Y'all was made to an R. Kelly song. There's chances that that happened. You never know. The music playing in the background when you guys were made.
It's just
Gospel.
crazy.
Some gospel.
He said, he said gospel. He gonna say, no, don't put that on me some gospel.
Maybe it was some Luther
I'm gonna tell you
Vandross.
something. If you
Some
wanna,
Luther
if
Vandross.
there was a poll, if there was a poll, right, and the people actually came out and actually admitted, you know what I'm saying, what music you was playing in the background when when y'all was making babies, man, the R. Kelly vote would have been high as hell. I bet you. I bet you.
This is the segment of the show where we get completely off topic, but it's all
Yeah,
good.
it's a completely off topic, but like the correlation is there. Like the and to like Brandon kind of like brought home the point of like where do you draw the line at? Because it's like it's another one y'all love. So what?
Because
So
like
what?
Hulk, I mean Hulk was part of the steroids, the trial, the actual trial.
It's actually hold up. Shout out this car. All USA, but can shout out to Canada here. Sure. Appreciate you being from Canada, pulling up through. Appreciate you, bro.
Love to see it. Love to see it.
Let's appreciate everybody from the US of A. Shout out to Canada. Yeah, but he was a part of the trial. See, it's another one that y'all love so much. And then he might not never come on this show, but the woo man, the woo.
Oh, he's a yo, dude. I'm
Yeah,
calling him out. I met him, bro. Yo, all the stuff I read about that fool. Yo, my boy is interesting.
yeah,
I'm leaving
yeah,
it there, bro.
yeah. I'm gonna
I'm
leave it
trying.
as that
I'm
too.
trying to
Yeah,
use
I'm a
other words, but
But listen, let's not
yeah,
act like his promos wasn't exciting, bro.
but
nah, you gotta
yeah,
separate the off the stories from off the ring to in the ring.
That's what
Because
I'm
my man was
saying. That's what
great
I'm
in
trying
the
to say
ring.
the whole
All
time.
the other
Like,
stuff that I read, my boy's a little,
yeah.
as
You wa-
real fans, we always like read up, like we go on the internet, we doing our due diligence, we staying up with current events. So that's how come you know about all the personal stuff, and it sucks because back then, again I show my age, they really wasn't really talking about some of this stuff in magazines when you gripped up a wrestling magazine and all
that's
that
true.
stuff. They kept a lot of stuff under the rug. You understand what I'm saying?
I,
So
I
you
agree with
didn't
that.
know. So the internet and all the TMZ and all the newsy people right now putting everybody business out there because number one, negativity sells more than positivity. You know what I'm saying? And to sustain somebody's legacy is like somebody's mission at this point, bro. There's always somebody out there that's just ready to stain somebody who doing good legacy. It don't matter who it is, bro. Like somebody just sitting out there right now watching LeBron James 24/7 for him to slip up so they could
one
put him out
time,
there.
one time.
That's all it
That's
takes. Is one time
Yep.
for him to slip up before somebody put him out there and make him look like the devil himself. It's just there's people out there like that, and I'm not wrong, bro.
it's and then but you kind of opened the conversation. I like what you just said because you kind of opened the conversation deeper, and to combine what you and Brandon said, combine where do we place like where is the validity of a person just trying to ruin a person's reputation, or a person, or these allegations, or these stories actually having merit? Like you just
Well,
used the
like for
LeBron
instance,
example.
bro. I mean, I know it's kind of touchy. I don't really want to put it out there, but I'm gonna go there anyways. Well, how do we feel about Brock Lesnar? I mean, what's going on there? The whole
Mm.
TV, nothing's been confirmed. Is it right to take somebody's livelihood because of an allegation?
Duh, man. See, and like, and to work around in the whole Brock Lesnar situation, like to carefully tread around that
Yeah,
situation.
yeah. Of course, I'm not trying to go
It,
too
it,
deep.
it's to
But I
carefully,
know, we're getting way deeper than I thought we was going to get. But let's go there.
because shout out to the homeboy Sixes fan for life, and he get the and when I'm gonna rework this title, and he got a little promo. Eat Sleep Sixes, one of the dopest pro like. pods around for Sixers talk. Like actually, I follow mainly them, yeah, mainly them when it comes down to my Sixers talk. When it's just game day, playoff time. Playoff time is where the atmosphere be the littiest. The littiest. So like, if you're not a fan of that, I'm gonna rework the title to tag them inside of the title. Sub up to them. Hit the subscribe button.
Yeah, please, please. I don't mean to cut you off, Sabri. Please go on that YouTube. We on a mission to 1,000 subscribers. We not that far away. Please go on the YouTube, Eat Sleep Sixers. Whether you follow us or not, the support will be very heartfelt and appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Eat Sleep Sixers on YouTube. Go hit that subscribe button, please. We appreciate it.
You see this on playback, yeah, and go do the damn thing for the best Sixers podcast on the market right now. And Brandon, and going back to your point of the Brock Lesnar situation, yeah, you going deeper. You was going a lot deeper into this rabbit hole. The Brock. Now we asking the question like, do we believe all these allegations when it come out, because now you're talking about the Vince McMahon situation and the Janelle Grant situation. That's how we
Like
gonna say it.
the
It's
deepest story in wrestling right
just
now.
like we gonna talk about, do you necessarily write it off, or you necessarily believe everything that comes out, like, and then we could correlate it into Hulk Hogan and Essence Janae. Essence Janae actually came out with proof that she was discriminated against Hulk Hogan and his company. But like, what do we do? Do we believe these women when they come out, or do we say, you know what? Let's put our critical thinking cap on. That's the best question you gotta ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best question you gotta ask. It's like with any situation where that's involved, where that thing is involved, and you gotta ask yourself, is everybody telling the truth, or is a possibility that somebody might be lying? And
Yeah.
based off what I seen from a character standpoint from Vinny Mac,
Oh, Vinny's. I mean, I ain't trying to
uh,
say a
Vinny
five
Mac,
letter word. My boy,
uh,
kiss
Vinny
me.
Mac, it's a possibility, but it comes back to what Jose says. If you want to, and it kind of, and I kind of, and it kind of makes a little sense now. If you're going through that with Vinnie Mac, with Vinnie Mac, then if we're gonna be there, I'm glad Jose kind of coming up here to get that perspective, because if we're gonna do that to Hulk Hogan, we need to do that to Vinnie Mac. If we're gonna do that to Vinnie Mac, then damn, we don't have a podcast right now.
Nope.
So that's the truth. That's the truth. That's kind of pushing the edge of the truth a little bit. But at the same time, you say, damn, you can be technical and say that, damn, all right, he don't own the company no more. He don't own the company. TKO owns the company. Triple H runs the company. Owns the company. Triple H runs the company. But damn, then you would say, but you're still watching something he created though. So
Yeah, but
it,
again, like that's what I'm saying. Like it doesn't like it doesn't matter, bro. Like, is that gonna stop people from buying Apple laptops and iPhones? Because let's just say metaphorically, if Steve Jobs was racist, hell no. People ain't gonna stop buying that merchandise.
that's kind of that's the truth. That's the truth, because these designers, it's some designers out here that don't want black people
Is
in
that
their
stopping
clothes.
people from wearing Tommy Hilfiger, bro? I see people wearing Tommy all the time.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's
That
a
ain't
fact.
stop anybody, bro. I see
That-
people in the hood still wearing Tommy shirts, Tommy drawers sticking out their pants all the time. Cause yeah, it's not like everybody out there showing their drawers because they want to sag their pants and whatnot. But that ain't stopping nobody, bro.
that's a fact. That's 100% fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. When we get to like that, when we get to like that moral, like wrestling nowadays, I think the era of wrestling changed me, for me personally, is that, yo, if you could continue to show that pattern of behavior, and you just outright just boisterous and proud with it, it should be some type of issue with it. Like, yo, it's like me personally. like I said before, I'm not telling people how to rock out with Hulk Hogan. That's your type. That's everybody. Everybody can rock out with Hulk Hogan. Like I said before, you can say your prayers and eat your vitamins. But for me personally, just bro don't get no reverence from me because bro show outright that outright like yo your character you was court taking steroids. So you was court taking steroids in WWE and you just show like yo inside the ring and outside the ring you ain't that good. What y'all think about Hulk Hogan as just in general legacy of Hulk Hogan and all that? What y'all think?
What do you mean, personal and what you call it?
Just the legacy of Hulk Hogan as a human being, combine the in ring and the out ring. What you think about Hulk Hogan
I mean,
from both of them?
again, it sucks that there's people out there. Period. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna act oblivious like I don't know what's going on in the real world. Yeah, and I heard Brandon earlier say that things have gotten a lot better. I can't quite agree on that, but it's still really bad out there as far as racism and oppression and all that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're not feeling it as an individual. But there's a lot of people in this world that are. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, I just stay woke because, I got to watch my own surroundings just like everybody else. I don't I live in a better area, but don't mean I live in the best place. Nobody does. You know what I'm saying? Because no matter where you go, you got to deal with this at some point. You know what I mean? No matter where you go, you could be in a store, you could be in a supermarket, you could be in your local Walmart. You know what I mean? At a gas station, and somebody gonna be around you that's 100% racist, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks again that there's people, and I'm gonna try to be quick on this because I really don't like talking about this, but this stuff is taught, man. Racism is taught, man. It's being passed down from generation to generation to generation. You know what I'm saying? It's taught because you put two little kids together. Well, you see it all the time, bro. You put two little kids together when they in like daycare or pre-K or whatever, before they're grown enough to know what they're being taught. You see colored kids and white kids and Spanish kids all playing together because they don't know nothing until they're old enough to be taught. You ain't supposed to be playing with this person because of this and this and this. And then you got people shooting up schools at the age of 15. You know what I'm saying? And doing stuff like that because it's taught.
Brandon, that
So,
wrap it up on the subject. What you thinking?
what was the question again? My bad. Got
With
distracted.
the legacy of Hulk Hogan. When it's all
Uh,
said and done, what's the legacy of Hulk Hogan?
I don't know the dude personally, so obviously everything that I would say is from an outside looking in. I would say phenomenal wrestler and probably a suspect human being.
Yeah, I agree with that. So if I didn't say that and I went off on a different direction, that's what I meant to say right there.
Yeah, I could pretty much. I could pretty much. I could pretty much say that about Hulk Hogan. And let me give a trigger warning to anybody that see this on playback. This right here, this podcast, this episode of This Week in Wrestling touched some uncomfortable things. Viewer discretion is advised, and I'm gonna probably put this. I'm gonna probably like mark this in the live comments. This touched some uncomfortable things, so viewer discretion is advised. We did dug down some uncomfortable holes and deep holes, but we wouldn't be who we are if we didn't touch down on these subjects. Last question, I'm gonna pose this to everybody. Special guest, by the way, too. But we gonna let before we get up out of here, he gonna give a quick spill about what his podcast doing, what they about. State of wrestling before we get up out of here. Last question: what you think about the state of wrestling as a whole right now? Think wrestling in a good place? No,
I think
Jose
it's
answer this first. He a special guest, so answer this
Yeah, I
first.
think I think it's in a good place. But again, um, and I was watching from the moment y'all started. So I have to agree with some of the stuff you said about the bloodline, storyline and all of that. It is getting a little like I feel like they dragging it out way too long. Maybe they waiting for Roman Reigns to come back and all that craziness. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool. It's a good thing. Some of the people that chose to be on the top right now is a little iffy, a little suspect and stuff like
Shoot,
that. But all
nah,
around,
look,
I think
who you don't
all
like at the
around,
top right now? Not to cut you off. Who you don't like at the top right now?
who I don't like that's at the top.
Yeah,
I don't have beef with anybody right now that has a belt. To be honest with you, now whether they can hold it long enough or not, I feel like there's other people who deserve it more. That I do, but I don't have a problem with anyone who has it. You know what I'm saying? Whether they're gonna keep it long enough or not, that's that's to be determined. Um, but again, like wrestling has been more fun. I feel like in the past 2 years than it was in previous years. I think it's starting to get a lot more interesting. I'm way more engaged in it. I'm happy that CM Punk is back. You know what I'm saying? I like what Seth Rollins is doing. Some of his stuff is crazy because I like the Seth Rollins that was in the Shield. You know what I'm saying? With the fatigues on.
My boy is flamboyant.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he's just a little too flamboyant
Strutting
for
his
me.
stuff
Chill
around
out.
on two points.
Chill out now. Chill
But
out.
but but at the same token, you got to think, bro. This is wrestling because remember, you had Nature Boy Ric Flair coming out with rolls with huge fur necks on and stuff
Kind
like
of
that.
reminds
So
me of a mix between Rick and Macho Man.
so this is not new. This was done before. It's just a different era. You understand what I'm saying? So but I do like the state of wrestling as of this point right now. I can't wait to see the last of the Rock. To be honest with you, I know he's good for wrestling and stuff like that. But it's I'm ready for a new generation already, bro. He's been lingering long enough. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with John Cena. They've done some beautiful and phenomenal things for the sport of wrestling, and enough is enough. I'm ready for the young generation to come up and make some noise, and probably turn the industry around and bring a lot of people looking at it. A lot of people, I get these arguments a lot, man, in real life. Oh, you still watching Men in Tights, man? I grew up on it, man. I'll be damned somebody gonna tell me what I need to watch. Like they say, oh, well, it's fake. Well, you sitting there watching soap operas 8 hours of the day, isn't that fake?
Yeah. Yeah,
Gotta
that's a
watch
fact.
the soaps. Gotta watch the
That's a
soaps.
fact.
You understand what
Brandon,
I'm
what you
saying? So don't knock me for liking wrestling. You know what I'm saying?
ain't
You watch
nobody gonna stop
cartoons
me.
like I used to watch cartoons growing up. Isn't all that fake? Isn't movies fake?
Ain't
All the
nobody
movies
gonna
are
stop
fake,
me.
man. Like, come on.
That's a fact, man.
Like miss
Everybody
me
gonna
with
stop
all
me.
that. I'ma like what I like. You like what you like. I like wrestling. I like to watch it. I've been watching it since I was a kid.
Brandon, state of wrestling. What you thinking? What you thinking about the state of
Bro,
wrestling?
I think we're at a fascinating time because we're kind of seeing the last hurrah of some of the truly all-time greats, mixed in with a lot of younger talent. But honestly, we're being real. A lot of the talent right now is older. There's not that much young talent. I mean, okay, that's not what I should say. The young talent hasn't been given a chance to shine because the old guard is still at the top. But like Randy, what has he got? I mean, Randy's I don't know. He's the one that Randy's in phenomenal shape. Pause for his age. Yeah, Randy could probably wrestle another 5 years at least. But like Cena's about to be done. The Rock's pretty much going to be done. Even Roman. I mean, how much longer Roman going to do? He's kind of like he's already part time. If Brock does come back, just to mention him, I mean, he's about to be done probably. And you might see a few guys come back for one-off matches like a Mark Henry or something like that. Maybe have one more or something like that.
Speaking of that, I
I think he's
think
going to sign with WWE.
his bio is some smoke with that too.
Yep.
His bio I think appeared Sunday. I think it's appeared Sunday. Well, this Sunday coming up. His Legends bio. So if y'all was a fan of Mark Henry, Sexual Chocolate, aka the World's Strongest Man, you go check that joint out. Cause I
Yeah, I
think
don't know
cause
about sexual chocolate, bro. But World's Strongest Man, I could go with that. P. Diddy.
Sexual Chocolate. That's when back in the day he was in there with him and Mae Young had that baby and
I've seen
see
No, I get it. I get it. But I'm
yeah,
not calling
him
him that.
that.
like did you had no you had three forms of Mark Henry. You had Nation of Domination Mark Henry. You had Sexual Chocolate, and then he switched over to the World's Strongest Man. But I see opening up more questions there. But last question before we let Jose do his thing. Um, Sexual Chocolate, Nation of Domination Mark Henry, World's Strongest Man. Which one was the best version of Mark Henry?
Bro, you're forgetting you got to say the Hall of Pain version of Mark Henry.
That's what. That's. You could say that's the world's strongest man, or like the world.
Yeah,
You
Yeah,
I was
can't.
about to
I
say
feel like
that.
Yeah,
they separate.
I was
I
about
feel
to
like they
say that. That's
separate.
world's
you
strongest
can't.
man
No,
era.
no, I know it was, but I feel like they separate the two though, in my opinion.
That not they don't really separate the two. That was just that title run he was on. But that's that world's strongest
That
man
was the
era.
best era of his career. That was his
When he started growing out the dreads, and he was just smoking everybody.
Yeah,
Which one Mark Henry y'all got?
world's strongest man.
World's strong, yeah, that's we all in the consensus. World's strongest man. Hey, Brandon, what's your favorite thing about the world's strongest man?
greatest thing about Mark Henry is his entrance song. Let's be real.
I
you,
knew
Yeah,
you was
yeah,
gonna
know
yeah,
I'm
go there.
going
yeah,
back.
yeah,
I
yeah,
knew you was
You
gonna
know,
go there.
greatest
yeah,
entrance song of
yeah.
all time, bro.
Let me get a
Not debatable.
rendition. Let me get a rendition of it. Let me get a
bro,
rendition.
bro, there's one thing I don't do, and you know it. I don't curse,
Yeah,
man.
beat him up, man. Break his neck. He's scared to say ass. Scared to
Well, yeah,
say
we
ass,
don't want to get
man.
copyrighted, so we can't,
There's a
we can't throw no
like
renditions, bro.
this gonna be about as long as y'all don't go overboard. Like as long as y'all go overboard, the ass is a normal one. But if you don't say the other, don't say the other ones. The stream ain't gonna be monetized. Don't say the other ones. I never beat mine. I'm gonna be scared of a man. I walk through the man like I run. You ever seen the live performance when 3 6 Mafia was out there and
Bro,
he looked at
I
three
think
six
I did
Mafia.
see that one. I think I
Yeah,
did see
yeah.
that one.
It was on SmackDown, and he looked
Yeah,
at like 3 6 Mafia performed it live, and he
yeah.
looked at 3 6 Mafia. He was like, "Yo, whoever he about to fight, he about to whoop their ass, yo." He about like when you see that, you knew Mark Henry was about to do business. With that being said, y'all appreciate y'all wrestling boys. Get mines out the way before Jose do his thing. Wrestling boys, man. Look, every week in wrestling, we do this every Saturday or Sunday, man. We talk about the current events of wrestling that went on, man. You can follow us on Instagram. You can follow us on TikTok where we post on TikTok, man. You can follow us on all social media platforms, man. With Brandon, then you got Brandon with his own personal little vibe. You can follow him. You got me. You can follow me with my own personal little vibe. Jose, tell the people what you do before we get up out of here.
Yeah, my normal handles come get that smoke, but what I'm here to talk about is Eat Sleep Sixes, man. You can find us on every platform. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Facebook, X, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. So don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about the Eat Sleep Sixes podcast. Again, man, it ain't gonna hurt you just to subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Whether you follow us, whether you like the Sixers, the Philadelphia Sixers or not. You know what I'm saying? But the subscription will be greatly appreciated. Show your support. You know, we're just trying to grow and expand our content, you know, and our love for the Sixers. You know, these guys right here, we the originals. If you haven't been following East Leaf Sixers, this bunch right here, this three are the originals of East Leaf Sixers. With that being said, I just want to say I appreciate you guys and the Wrestling Boys podcast for inviting me on this show, sending me the invite, and letting me speak my mind. I like what you guys was talking about, and I had to get on the show and be a part of it, man. So I appreciate it, bro.
Then you said as an original. Now I'm gonna do something I used to do back in the day. You've been rocking with us for an hour. You have now been a part of something epic and something special for 1 hour and 18 minutes with the special guest, Sixes fan for life, aka Eat Sleep Sixes. Man, this is what we do. We're all sports, all walks of life, man. This is what we do. We just passionate people about what we do. And Jose, to take us out of here, tell them what they can do in Spanish for Eat Sleep Sixes.
No te olvides decirle a un amigo que le diga a un amigo que le diga a un amigo. Wepa.
We the Wrestling Boys, baby. See y'all next Saturday, August 3rd, SummerSlam. Whoever want to be a part of the watch along, holla at your boy. We out.